Here we are. We're at number
Yep.
7 now. Number 7. Let's see if our lag is okay today. Sometimes I accidentally interrupt you, William, and today is number 7. We've been here 7 times already to give people little tiny tips, one little tutorial, one tip for AI each week on Wednesday. And if anybody doesn't know, I'm Bianca. I help people master an American accent. And this is William, a language enthusiast and learning enthusiast, we can say, especially now working on his American accent in English. So, William, what do you have for us
Yeah.
today?
For today, it's something super recent and perplexity. I think we covered this in previous episodes. In case you don't know, perplexity is like ChatGPT and Google put together. And recently, they released a profile that now you can use, so you get a customized experience when you ask questions, you want examples, and so on. So that's what we'll do today. And as an example, we will use one of the challenges from your challenge club
Challenge? What
in the
challenge?
Discord
I'm
community.
just kidding. So in June, we have a
Yeah.
challenge right now. We happen to be working, it's perfect timing. We happen to be working on intonation. And for people who don't know, when you do intonation, there's a very specific pattern you use for lists. So right now we're looking at our Discord challenge. This is for the month of June. And today, as we're recording live, it's June 14th. So just yesterday, we were doing listing intonation. So if you'd like to join that challenge, it's free right now. There's a free trial going on because it's brand new, and this is what it looks like. You go and you see this little thread every day, and this thread takes you to where you're going to make a video, and you make a video every day based on my instructions. So you watch me, and it happened to be that yesterday it was all about doing lists and how I'm supposed to intonate a list, which isn't necessarily intuitive. And how are we going to then use Perplexity AI to work on our intonation and our pronunciation? How can we use that?
Okay, so let's say that today I have the motivation to have lists, so I can make this challenge. So I could just ask Perplexity about examples of lists, but for me it will be plain and simple. I just do it for the sake of getting the practice, right? And one of the things that we can do is to customize all of this content, but not for today, because if we use the profile, this will be from now on. So everything I do tomorrow and so on, it will be customized. So first, what we're going to do is to create a profile. That's the main topic of today. And the list is one of the examples, easy to see the before and after without the profile, and with the profile and how it changes. So
Ooh.
keep in mind the profile is something you just do once, and that's it. It's not something you have to invest time. So you see the sidebar, that is perplexity.ai. It's if it's the first time, you'll need to create an account, but it's super simple. It's just a matter of several clicks, and that's it. And you will have this option that says AI profile. I pre-filled this a little for our convenience. Let me increase the font size. Okay, I think that's good enough. So it's asking you some questions to take into consideration your preferences, it's hard to
Preferences.
pronounce.
Preferences.
Preferences,
Syllable stress in the
preferences,
first one. Yeah, there you go.
preferences.
Preferences. Preferences.
So I said I am learning English as a second language. My main focus is correcting my pronunciation, and my goal is to master an American accent. I could say where I'm located if I want even more customized experience, and the language we should use. So we will use English because we focus in American English, but you could use this with any other language. If it's Spanish, Italian, and whatever. It's so powerful that you could use this with different languages altogether.
Wow. Wow.
Nice. Then the questions are not the same. So it is asking, depending on what you say, you reply, it will give you follow-up questions. So in this case, it asked me about my hobbies, my interests, can help to learn more about the user's personality and so on. So I said, I actually went meta and I did a list. That was a pun not intended.
Oh, yes, it was
And I
intended. Come
said
on.
psychology, neuroscience. Psychology, neuroscience. I want to pronounce this. So you are aware of what I have chosen because you will see these later on the examples. Neuroscience, health, fitness, longevity, languages, and artificial intelligence. Then he's asking me about my favorite books and movies. Movies is Inception, Matrix, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. The movie that won a lot of Oscars, but I actually watched it before the Oscars.
Me too.
And a
Me
book,
too.
and a book, Free to Learn by Peter Gray, extremely recommended. And then he's asking me, those are already follow-up questions, is what inspired you to learn about psychology, Andrew Huberman podcast.
Nice.
Let me add this. Nice.
Oh, that's
Keep
good.
in mind that if you don't care about the question, you can just skip it. Once you're done, you click here. You see that it's blue, and now this is save. And for instance, there's another question: what strategies have you found most effective for improving your English pronunciation? I can help recommending additional sources.
I'm
So
curious.
in that case, I think what helped the most is, I think, accent coach. So some sessions with an accent coach.
Ooh, nice, nice. So what strategies have you found most
Can you
effective for
guess what
improving your
coach
English
in particular?
pronunciation? I'm gonna guess, hopefully, I hope, maybe there's somebody else I don't know about, but I'm hoping Accent Coach me, Accent Coach Bianca, and probably being in our community, which is the Accent Feedback Club, and you, who is the moderator of our Accent Discord server. I mean, you're highly involved, so I think that's one reason that you've come so far, is that you are on our Discord, you come to our feedback club, right? You don't even need one-on-one classes because you've done all this stuff on your own, and there's like a variety of things you can do. Like you mentioned earlier, there's a challenge that you could do on your own if you're not into a group or you're not ready for one-on-one classes as well. And one more thing is, if you are an English teacher already, or you are a person who's just really interested in becoming an accent coach like me, or you want to teach it as well, then I have a special club for that that's just for teachers who either want to work on their own pronunciation, get better at teaching pronunciation, or become an accent coach. So thanks for mentioning me, because you are my most favorite, I think one of the longest people I've known now, certainly on Discord, but one of the best. So yeah, pat yourself on the back. And these are your
Nice.
strategies you found effective. Yes, tell us. So tell us more, because this is so powerful, and I'm impressed by the fact that we can do a profile now. I don't have this on mine yet, but I'm going to go and do this now for myself learning Spanish. And to come back around, we said recently, just yesterday, in fact, June the 13th, today's June the 14th, if you're watching this live, we were doing our accent feedback challenge, and it just happened to be that yesterday was about listing and intonation, right? So you can create this profile in AI to help you in general, but also we're going to give a specific example now of how you used the AI knowing you very well to create a more customized, memorable, meaningful practice set specifically for intonation. So show us how you did that. Now, your profile is done. Now what?
Answer all of the questions if you don't want to. So now we click on a new thread on the sidebar. It's the same when you want to ask anything. So in that case, because I want to do the challenge, I will ask a list make a list of words. Sorry, I think I pasted the answer. 1 second. So I can practice the intonation for lists. I think it's even not the best grammar, but I think it gets the job
Yeah, it seems not to matter. It seems
done
like it just, it'll often forgive a lot of
anyways.
spelling and punctuation mistakes.
Perplexity. Yeah, in that case, it's not what I wanted because it's a list, but it's in bullet points. So let me ask again. Generate a list of words. Uh,
Yeah, that's a good point. You said generate a list, and it made a list, right? But without bullet points, yeah. Or maybe you can say in a full sentence
Yeah.
or something like that, because what we want is a bunch of commas and maybe the word and or something, right? We want to see that in order. So it did what it thought was right, and it wasn't wrong.
Okay.
It wasn't wrong, but we weren't specific enough. Okay, now what do we have?
Yeah. Yeah. Here we have a long list, but no worries. I will also share one example I did before. It's because it's a pretty good example. So I asked this question before. Generate a list. This link is already in the description, so you will see the exact same list we are seeing now. So it's if you see a pattern that those are lists of things, but they are more or less always the same thing. So apple, oranges, bananas, and pears, they're fruits. Colors, days of the week, activity, feelings, animals, foods, and so on. Yes, it's a good practice if I want to do the challenge, that's for sure. But hey, now that I have the profile, I can actually create a list that is personalized for me. So things I will know. So and I will like. So instead of doing this for just for the sake of doing and having practice, I can kill two birds with one stone and get interesting information for me. So here is what we did: generate a list of words so I can practice the intonation for lists. So I will ask the same, but I will add explicitly according according to my profile. Let's see the difference. Nice.
Wow.
So you see, I just added this. Four words according to my profile. That's it. The only difference. Now I have fitness, running, swimming, cycling, or movies. I said, if you remember, those three: Inception, The Matrix, Everything, Everywhere, all at once, and The Social Dilemma.
Nice,
So
nice
I don't know this
intonation.
movie. I haven't seen it, but yeah, thank you for the intonation. Yes, I practice.
Just yesterday I practiced,
So
yeah.
and yeah, and for instance, books. I just said one book, Free to Learn by Peter Gray. But now I have other books, so I will practice this list, which by the way is more complex because the list before it was just one single word, and now are titles.
We have the
So
titles
doing
and the
titles that are
authors, so we've
longer,
got some